welcome to the Kool Anarchy server. I still have to change the titles of a few of the streams beforehand because it hadn't officially been renamed at the time of those streams, but you may be confused as to what I'm doing. I am trying to hunt Endermen, which is very hard because, one, I don't know where a huge stretch of land is. Actually, I did find one. But problem 2 comes in hand after that. I haven't seen a single mob spawn. I've seen cows and sheep spawn. I've killed them. I haven't seen a single zombie, witch, creeper, skeleton, enderman, anything. Now, I did an hour and a half off stream, and none were around. So I'm gonna report it after the stream, but today's stream, in the meantime, is gonna be pretty chill. So I'm gonna be preparing for a journey. Like, not really a journey, but like, preparing to have enough materials to start building a base. So I'm doing things like, I'm getting my cocoa bean supply up. I don't think I'm gonna need a lot of them, but it would be nice to have more than 3. The other thing is cactus. I want more cactus. And spruce wood. I'm getting a lot of spruce wood right now. I also want oak and stuff, but I'm gonna need an ender chest to store all this stuff. That brings us back to problem 2. So I'm just gonna chill on this island I found. It's within 2,000 blocks of something I kind of want, give or take a bit. So I don't really want to go much further than this, and the other biome I found absolutely would suck to live in, personally. It's a lovely biome, I just don't like living in it. So I'm gonna chill here. And I guess I should talk about the elephant in the room. Where have I been? I said in my Discord server, I don't know if anyone is actually in it or not. Like, anyone watching the stream right now, because I have one person. I don't know if they would care, but basically, I had IRL stuff. A bunch of stuff just happened, and I was basically on call for a bit, so I didn't feel comfortable streaming when I didn't know when I'd have to stop really quickly or not. So that was just, I didn't want to stream if I didn't know if I'd be streaming for 5 minutes or 2 hours or something. Just what I didn't do. And I wasn't on calls with people or anything just because, again, same problem. I feel bad when I'm like, oh yeah, I can VC for a while and I just have to leave. And it turned out a few times because I was thinking of streaming, I think it was Thursday. I have a really bad time remembering what time events happen. But I think it was Thursday. I was gonna start streaming and had to hop off at like 7:05. Which was like just before I would start streaming. Like, start getting ready to start streaming and stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll just do it, and then I couldn't. But everything's good now. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Nothing bad happened, just had to make sure nothing really, really, really bad was gonna happen. So, yeah. If you want an entertaining stream, this is not the stream to watch, by the way. This is gonna be pretty boring. Since there's not many mobs spawning, and by that, I went mining in caves. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just like they aren't spawning on the surface or something. And no. I went into the caves, and I didn't hear anything. I had subtitles on. I always do. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So right now is probably the safest on the server anyone will ever be. Because it isn't super active. It isn't 2v2t active where we have a queue or something. It's just like, I'm the only one on the server and no mobs are spawning. So I'm gonna take advantage of this and do this kind of work. So yeah, it's gonna be really boring. That's your warning. It's just a bunch of grinding. And I think I saw a new herd of cows spawned over there. Yeah. Gonna murder... I'm basically just gonna slaughter a bunch of cows. I have an enchantment table there. I don't have lapis. I'll maybe go mining for lapis. Depends. There is a ocean monument there that I'm steering clear of. Actually, just in case. Also, when I went mining, I got like 14 diamonds or something. So, I have full diamond now instead of just almost full diamond. Oh my god. Are there any other cows? I don't think so. Do know there's one up there. But yeah, it's gonna be a thing. So I'm just gonna be honest here. I'm within about 2,000 blocks of a end portal. I put all of the ender eyes I had into filling up this portal. I did not mark the coordinates of it because I'm a dumbass. And I left. Don't know exactly where it is, but I also don't have an ender chest, which would be really helpful right now. But yeah, endermen were spawning all the time before that, and then I hopped on, found the portal, and suddenly everything stopped spawning. But today's stream was originally gonna be me going into the end to get shulker boxes because I felt like I should at least stream that. I don't mind not streaming something like, oh, I was attempting to get enderman for an hour and a half and nothing spawned. I didn't see a single zombie that entire time. It was an hour and a half. And I spent 45 minutes above ground, 45 minutes below ground. Like, roughly, give or take. But yeah. I swear, if mobs spawn tonight, I'm gonna be so mad. Because it's gonna make it look like I wasn't telling the truth, and I swear I am. Oh, isn't the cow just over here? Yep. Okay, so mobs should be able to spawn now. For reference. There are some sheep over there. They might be worth killing. Don't really need the leather. I kind of want some... I want to be able to set my spawn. That would be nice. But I should be spawning mobs about there. Like, in between those two islands. Nope, nothing. But they're all white sheep now. I abandoned my bed a while back. Not super long ago, but long enough ago that I don't want to spawn there. It's a little bit annoying to get back from that distance, so luckily I've got infinite sheep/cows that I can kill. Ba-dum-bum. I don't want to sleep through the night just to prove my point. Nothing. It used to be there were 70 million witches. But yeah, nothing spawning on the server. I should probably place these further apart for now. Well, I only have a small amount of them. But yeah, I was on here for like 40 minutes before I started streaming. And I just AFK'd. Now, sometimes I'll do that on my hardcore world, but I have the game paused. But nope, you can't pause server, so I just kind of sat here. It was night. I could see my screen and stuff, but like I wasn't really paying attention. And any other time that would have been really bad and I would have 100% died. Or been close to death at least, but nope. It just does not matter. Weirdest Minecraft playing of my life where AFKing at night does not matter on a multiplayer server. Just kind of feels weird. I'm just gonna grab this. Might as well. I should put some stuff in a chest first, I guess. Also, I went to a few desert temples, got some stuff. If you can't tell from my inventory. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened. Off stream. I don't know if what happened off stream and what happened on stream, but if you don't recognize anything, off stream, off camera. I might as well. Why should I not just make a bunch of snow blocks? Because I don't tend to use them. That's exactly why I'm making them. If I have them on hand, I'll probably actually use snow blocks for once in a build. And that's something I want to use more. I usually just use quartz, which is such a pain. Don't use 5 stacks of quartz for a build, ever. Just make that a rule. I should just make that a rule, but I don't. And there are easier ways to get quartz now, aka villagers. But you just never use quartz. Or at least mass amounts of it. Use it for like detailing. Only detail with quartz. I'm just gonna pick up that. I'm gonna like fake speed crafting where you put everything in a chest, break the chest, and then you can have everything in a hole for you. But I'm just gonna do it by throwing stuff. I'm not smart. But bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Dut, 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 dut. Boom. Wow. Also, did anyone see a mob tonight? No. So basically, if I sleep, that is for weather reasons. But yeah, nothing spawns. This isn't normal Minecraft anymore. This is weird Minecraft. Whee! Okay. Now I have not set my spawn here, so I should probably be smart and not MLG bucket right now. Because that isn't smart. At least with my level of skill it isn't. Other people's level of skill, probably. Me, no. If I do die though, I want to build a giant tree at spawn. That was my other idea for what to do today. And I will probably do it if I run out of things to do. Sugarcane's the other thing I'm farming. Because sugarcane, and I always forget to farm mass amounts of it before I actually need it. I hear an ambulance in the background. That's not a good sign. Hope everything's okay. I think it's moving away. It's hard to tell. So should I do a short story time? Short Sam does stuff story time. This is my story. I don't know. So, I am in choir at my school. Now, I've been against choir for a long time. My experiences with it are from elementary school, when we'd be told to learn a song, and then we'd have to perform it in the gym for the entire school to, like, see at an assembly. It wasn't a choice, you had to do it, and it always turned out awful because no one wanted to do it. But it was supposed to get you interested in music, which it didn't work. No one wanted to do music after that. Now, I like to sing. But, like, choir, just, no. I did not like the idea of it. But one thing I do like the idea of is musical theater, and I actually participate in that. Can't dance for my life, but I can somewhat figure out what the dance moves are, and that's good enough. So, one thing in musical theater is we're still sorted into the groups that choir uses, like soprano, tenor, alto, bass. There are more, but with a group of 20 people, you don't need all those subcategories. And I'm a soprano. My voice is pretty set deep, but I am 100% a soprano. But like, sopranos aren't rare. a lot of females are sopranos. And I just happen to be a soprano. But not a lot that year, so I was actually in a lot of stuff just for being a soprano, which was nice. Same with this year. I'm the only soprano in musical theater this year, so I am in every number that needs a soprano. Basically, or like a higher soprano. We have a lot of low sopranos. I'm a higher soprano. But choir. Choir is super small this year. And the choir teacher was talking to the musical theater teacher and said, hey, we've got like 8 people in choir, and we really need a soprano because one of the sopranos is not going to be able to do the next recording, and we're only going to be left with the one, and it's not going to sound like a choir if we only have one soprano. So the musical theater teacher said, oh yeah, I know soprano. You can get Sam Does Stuff. Obviously not Sam Does Stuff, but like, you know what I mean. So the choir teacher told everyone in choir and said, hey, if you know who Sam Does Stuff is, you should go hunt them down. Now, here's the thing about choir. If you're in choir, you're probably in musical theater. It's like 90% of the people in choir are also in musical theater. So I had a class with all of these guys the year before. So I was screwed. Every single day, someone would come up to me and go, you should join choir. And at first I'm like, no, I'm not really interested. Okay. And like, it's over. Every single one of the members asked me multiple times, and I would literally get hunted down in the halls. Like, that's not an abnormal thing. A thing about my friend group at school is we will just, like, kidnap people, and if you want to avoid being kidnapped, you do, like, we call it IRL manhunts now. Oh, ow, broke my legs. But we'll just kind of do that where everyone hunts you down and then we kidnap you. Pretty normal stuff in my friend group. But that was what was happening, except they were trying to drag me to the choir room. So I finally say, okay, little did I know I would have 3 days to learn a song for recording. Which I have pulled off before. Oh, rip me. I've pulled it off before. It isn't impossible, but 3 days is pretty hard, and they're nearing the end of the year, so they're doing their more complicated songs. So they do it on a scale from 1 to 4, 1 being basic, 4 being as hard as possible, and they were doing their 3s, like their high 3s. So I was double screwed now. And here's the thing about choir I learned when I walked into that door. As soon as you walk into that door, you aren't allowed to leave. Which is also mildly terrifying. Don't know about you, but I find it mildly terrifying. One, as soon as the choir teacher knows what you look like, because the choir teacher didn't know who I was before, you realize you don't have a choice and you're stuck. So I was officially stuck in choir. What a fun time I'm gonna be having. So I had to learn the song. It had the worst tongue twister in my life, by the way. It was Rhythm of Life. Now, anyone not doing choir probably won't know it. I actually don't know where it's from. But Rhythm of Life. There's a part that goes, "You will make a new sensation, have a growing congregation, build a glowing operation here below, like a Pied Piper blowing lead, and keep the music flowing, keep the rhythm go, go, going, go, go, go." Now I have that memorized because I had to practice it a lot. But everyone says it once. And then the sopranos say it 2 more times. While everyone else says other stuff. I had 3 days to learn this. Also, it goes a little faster. "You will make a new sensation, have a growing congregation, blah, 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 blah. Here below, like a Pied Piper blowing lead, keep the music flowing, keep the rhythm go, go, going, go, go, go." And then 2 more times. I had 3 days! And now I'm in choir. Also, all the songs before, it's got your normal choir crew, and then I just pop in there. And so, now the choir crew is like 9 people. It was really easy to hear when the new person joined in. By the way, so it was extra terrifying. You could hear me. Not that I actually listened to the recordings, because I was still in shock that I was in choir. But that's your fun fact of the day. The choir teacher at my school is absolutely terrifying. And my friends have had close calls of just being forced to join. None of them want to actually sing, but they've walked into the room following me in a conversation and nearly escaped with their lives. Not really their lives, but yes, their lives. But yep, I'm in choir. Choir's fun. We're doing the tier 4 songs, and I can't. It's some of the songs I just learn instantly, and some of them I just don't. We're on our 5th song that I've been a part of, and this one I have figured out until like the last 2 bars. And then we did a round. I hate rounds with a passion. I can't do rounds. Like, if my life depended on it, I cannot do rounds. I figured it out eventually. So my spawn should be set. Don't know if I actually said my spawn was set though. I don't want to test it. Because that would be very bad. But yeah, I'm in choir now. And those are some of the songs I have to do in my half hour before I start streaming. I always need that half hour, or else I will sing while streaming. Usually the musical theater or choir songs nowadays, because oh lord, you know they're gonna get stuck in your head when you have to listen to them every day. Like every school day. And it's especially bad when it's like the Lego Movie soundtrack. Yes, we're doing a song from the Lego Movie. the Lego Movie 2 to be exact. Because we don't just do one particular song. Like, musical for the musical theater class I'm in right now. But yeah, that's how I'm in choir. Not what I expected to be doing with my life. But, yeah. Oh, I see some pigs. Time to murder pigs. This is my... Okay, I'm gonna go back to the mobs don't spawn on this server. Now the Kool Anarchy server. We already knew it was weird. Like, it was whack. Because witches would spawn all the time. They just spawn constantly. Now, witches spawning isn't abnormal. But you know, one KoolKid destroyed my base. I think that was the last stream. I think. Yeah, there were just 4 witches chilling in my base. I talked to a few other members and, like, experienced it more myself. And yeah, they spawn basically like zombies. Like, when I got the majority of my pearls when ender hunting last, before no mobs started spawning, I came across more witches than spiders. Because I was counting. And they just were there all the time. Again, I don't remember exactly what was on stream or off stream, but I'm pretty sure after I ended my stream, I left. Next day I hopped on for like half an hour or something. I got a few pearls. And I counted, because it's half an hour, I can count for that long. And there were more witches than spiders. I came across like 3 spiders and 9 witches. Like in half an hour. With 2 knights. Which is whack. It's whack. So we already knew this. This is stuff we already knew. Nothing spawning. We've experienced it. Like, you guys have experienced it. I've experienced it. Nothing spawns on the server anymore. Don't know why, but I'll enjoy it while I can. And I thought, oh, maybe I just need to, like, kill a bunch of mobs. Which might be what it is. Which is why I've been killing any pigs, sheep, or cows that spawn. But no, nothing spawns when I do that. So I'm pretty sure it's not that. And they spawn. But, oh my god, I'm half an hour into a stream and I'm exhausted already. How is this possible? I know how this is possible. Probably a bit of dehydration mixed into have a busy day. Ow. What else should I do? I need to test. Okay, that will not work. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna check on some stuff. Okay. But done. Don't know exactly what I want to do. I think I'm gonna close Minecraft. Well, I think I'm gonna disconnect from the server and hop onto here for a bit. Now this is the plan for the base. Roughly, it's gonna be a bit wider. Like I'd say the front would go more like that. So I can have more glorious entrances and stuff. As it's centered, but who cares? I still don't really have a design for a flag down, but that is the current thought. I think I'm gonna, if I don't love it, I think I'm gonna just no. Am I gonna break this? Okay, it's just diamond. How does this look? It looks pretty awful in this in 1.12. What the heck? Some other stuff I want to do. So I'm gonna plan out a few bases. This is a base I really want to do, but it's gonna take a lot of time. So I should probably think of a base that is less block heavy. So okay. This is how I figure out my builds. I just kind of now I like to have it so everything will match up in the end, but I think I'm gonna make it so this is one big room. But yeah, I just I need to place those here. Okay, there we go. Now this looks like chaos because it is. I might actually just move that one out. Keep that one actually. I'm just gonna do building process because I am a little bit lazy. I'm gonna change my title. Because I might as well. Now why do I do so many of houses like this? Because they're simple. And I can very easily build them. Oh, and I keep misplacing blocks. Oh, I actually don't want it to go out here. So. One thing I want to practice doing larger inner walls because I like being able to have better inner walls. But yeah, I'll just kind of do something like this. Now, those make my room smaller, which is why I need a big place. Now, if I'm just doing... For rooms like this, I want to be able to customize them more. So I should probably make it so that's double sided. I'm just gonna... Now, something I could do with this room, because I've made the walls thicker, it's like... I have an idea here. Want this block and this block. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, misplaced that one. Now let's pretend I actually completed this room and put a roof on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of mess around with ideas. So I can do something like this, where I have the walls be different. I think it would actually look better if it was just one wall, like if it was just that wall or something, but this is why you do planning. Are there not? That 1.12 makes it harder to build. I'm so used to having wood variants of everything. Let's say I want a... Put those in. I put a bed in or something. But yeah, I'm thinking like a very spruce heavy build with a little outside area for animals. If I get some thinking have here, here, here. But oh, that looks pretty good. So something along those lines. And I can have a horse or something in there, or just some animals. Animal pen on the side. And then I can have a little door there. Like that. Now, the build, this isn't actually the build I'm thinking of doing for my next base. I'm so used to tab, tab, tab. Okay. Now here's what I was checking for strip vlogs. I was trying to remember if they had these materials yet. Now, because I was thinking of having all the inner bits be stripped logs, but I'm now also gonna have to do it without bark blocks, so just for now I'll figure out. I'm just figuring out shape right now because, and leaving everything up facing because it's easier to see for now. If it was bark blocks, I'd probably just do it then because everything looks the same. But if I'm doing just normal logs, I like to be able to see what direction they're going to be going in so that I can figure out which way I want them facing, which takes me more time. But my idea with this one, obviously anything on the trunk is going up, but I can have a little place that goes down. Now there's bedrock there, but concept, a little hole. Now I would have some logs going down because, as I always say, make the build look complete. I think many people actually say that, but one thing they don't have is stone slabs. I was hoping stone slabs would help make the build look more natural, but it has to be stone bricks. Oh my god, I do not know what I'm doing building in 1.12. They still have black concrete. I'm too lazy to build an inside, so I'm just gonna get the concept, big tree. But I need to practice building branches, because the tree I'm going for has 4 branches like this. Why do I want to build a tree like this? No one asked. Because Fairy Creek. I don't really want to explain the stuff happening with it right now because I'm too tired. But for anyone who wants to have, for basically an old growth forest in BC is being logged, and I don't like that. I recommend watching the Mark Rober video for Team Trees about it. Like, about, like, the Team Tree stuff. Because that basically sums up why we need the old growth forest. And this is basically the last stuff. There's 2.7% of the big old growth trees left. And they're chopping down more. And we don't really need to chop down more. So I can't explain every detail of it, but yeah, Fairy Creek is pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of stuff about how old growth forests are so much better for the ecosystem, they're better for global warming, they're better for so many things. Yet it's being logged, so that's why I want to build a giant tree. I want to build a giant tree and put a sign up. Of course, it's gonna have to be oak. That puts, and put that on the trunk. That's the goal. I want to build a big tree and put that there, and maybe build more custom trees. So I'm probably gonna end my stream once I hit an hour of streaming, but I'll practice some more trees like this. But in the meantime, that wasn't a completely awful tree. Now I think the Minecraft trees, they aren't bad. I just wanted to have something that could go a little bit bigger if I wanted it to. Because that pretty much sums up the design of the trees I'm wanting. I don't really want spruce, I want fir trees. Because they grow more around where I live. But they are very commonly mistaken for spruce trees. Or pine trees. Which is like basically spruce trees. It's confusing. I don't care. Trees. They're closer than like oak trees. Oak trees have like a bit. It goes up and like loops around. These trees, they go up and then out to the side, like just straight across. And then trees are really annoying because they don't grow in a way I can just like figure out once. I've got to figure out how to do a bunch of different trees. If I'm doing a spruce tree, I want like, just gonna do like, I'm gonna do a simplified art. I can do like an up bit, and then I have like bits come off of that bit. And then bits come off other bits. But yeah, that's like simplified oak trees. You go to do like a straight line, and then you have bits branch off, and then you place a bunch of leaves. That's an oak tree. Fun fact, oak trees are simple. I tend to use Gary Oaks as my reference. Do I really know my trees? No. But that's a simplified oak tree. And then you have like, you have acacia trees. And I have not practiced these at all. I don't know how to do them. But yeah, that pretty much sums them up. They have different layers of where they put out their branches. And they just do their thing. But they're, like, I would have to completely relearn how to do those trees compared to that tree. And that's where I'm coming into problems with my fir trees. Also a reason why I'm doing spruce trees. These look like needles because spruce trees have needles, fir trees have needles. Same thing. Why am I so specific on the type of tree I don't know types of trees, but whenever I would pick up a fir cone and say, oh look, a pine cone, because no one cares if it's a fir cone or a pine cone. You know what you, like, everyone knows what you mean. Someone would go and correct me and say, it's a fir cone. So, it's fir trees, not pine trees. Is it a stupid thing to have picked up? Yes. Will I forever carry it with me? No. Yes. I mean, yes. I shall always remember it. Just realized, I think I've already checked on these chests before. But let's just do a thing. It's lightning bolt in my mind. I don't know if it's coming in. Oh. That murdered a pig. Are they supposed to? Yeah, that. Oh, wait, it's peaceful mode. There we go. Look at that. It's a. Does anyone remember that exists? Because I never remember. I don't think I've ever come across a situation where a pig is struck by lightning. Here's a fun fact. Want to get rid of bad weather? Here's my fun fact of the day. Wow. The weather's gone. The rain is gone. Which is why like multiplayer servers tend to have such bad troubles with weather. No one can sleep. But if you sleep, the weather problems go away. That was Minecraft's old way of punishing you for not sleeping. It would give you rain and then people just start turning rain off and Minecraft was like, wait, huh? So phantoms became a thing. I'm just gonna talk about Minecraft and not Mojang. Because I feel like it, apparently. Yeah, just sleep. Just sleep all of your problems away. To anyone who has had me go to sleep. This is why it solves the weather. Sleep solves the weather, guys. I think I need to zoom in. Sleep solves the weather. Just go to sleep. Sleep is better. Weather is better when you sleep. just sleep. Just sleep. Trust me, sleep is better than you think. And I will see everyone once 10 more seconds have passed and I've streamed for an hour. So I will see everyone later. I'm out of here.